Hey, welcome everyone. Tom here from Park Avenue Trading, your chief dealer, keeping you sane in these insane markets. It is Sunday morning at 8:11 a.m., October 27th, 2024, with the weekly analysis, starting with good old dollar yen. And please, if you like what you see, like and subscribe. Leave some comments. Tell me what you think of my analysis. So we're going to start off with dollar yen here today. And I focus a lot on dollar yen because it is the currency that drives the euro yen and the sterling yen, which is primarily what I trade. I trade crosses. So I'm going to give the weekly analysis is a little bit wide if you're new to the channel, but I do daily. I do daily analysis to update these levels. I don't know if that's proper. How else would you say it? I do record daily analysis so that I could update these points. But anyway, okay. So what we have on the week is we got our major support on the week. Okay, for the weekly analysis, we got a support right here at 149.90. That is an important support. Remember, we used to have 149 the figure. Now, because of the volatility, we moved up a little bit. We're at 149.90, 150 the figure. Next level is, or a medium term, is right here, 151.80. Now, this is what I'm thinking. If the marketplace turns down, breaks 151.80, there's going to be probably support around 150.5 on the week. Now, if it breaks that, then it's probably going down to the 149.90. Should have pretty solid support there for us to get above. If it goes down to 90, if it breaks like 150.50 again, then most likely we're going back up to this 151.80. I think that the scenario this week. And now I'm going to go over these top resistance points. So right now, as we stand, we have like a weekly resistance at 153.83. We almost made it the prior week, right when we hit 153.15, and it cooled off a little bit. That's where this area support is being calculated from this high. This is like a small volatility support right there. The major volatility support is down here. So what I'm thinking is that we will possibly get a slight retrace down to like 150, 150.70, 151 the figure area. But I do think that dollar yen, and now I'm going out on a limb here. I'm going out on a limb. This is basically just gut instinct. And I don't really follow it because gut instinct could get you in a train wreck. So I'll always watch price action, and I do the daily updates. You gotta watch those. Okay. So I do think what is going to occur is this. Most likely we're going to probably retrace a little bit, maybe not much, maybe 150, 150 for a shot, if this scenario works out. Then from that point, we're going to track up. We need to get above this price point here, 153.18. When we do that, we're definitely heading towards the 153.89. I think that we'd have a slight pullback, maybe 50 pips, maybe back to this area right here, maybe 153.30 maximum, and then it's on its way to target for the week at 154.86. If it breaks 154.86 for whatever reason, next level is like 155.45. And like, again, we're going to be doing the weeklies, so you got to follow the weeklies. Why I'm thinking that this could turn bullish and not really get that much of a retrace is I think that as we're going into the last, 10 days before the U.S. election, it looks like that Donald Trump is going to win this election. If that occurs, there's going to be a shift. There's going to be a tectonic shift because he's basically a hawk when it comes to protecting the US dollar as far as the reserve currency is concerned. Now, here's the thing with the market. Mostly, this is, I'm kind of talking out of both sides of my mouth because I could see both scenarios happening. That the big boys will drive, they will get into yen, they will drive the yen stronger. Only because the principle is called the market paradox. And the market paradox states this, that players with strong hands will drive prices down in order to create better buying opportunities for themselves. And the opposite side of the market paradox is players with strong hands will drive prices up in order to create better selling opportunities for themselves. Keep that out. I think about that. That's, that generally is what happens when a marketplace is basically, was in a channel, all of a sudden breaks up, but there's no real, reason for it to really rally like it does, but it's rallying, and all of a sudden, like Sir John Templeton once said that higher prices are caused by higher prices, and lower prices are caused by lower prices. And it becomes delusional at one point. And then, I always said that I'm always looking for the place that the last buyer has bought, because that's the turn point. And it very rarely can you actually find that spot, but that's been a goal of mine for 35 years, finding the last point where the last buyer has bought. I have been that guy a couple of times in my early career, and also finding the last point or price at which the last seller has sold. And I've been that guy too in the past. So I know that it exists because it's been me. And so getting off a little bit of topic here, but getting into like psychology of markets. So, rising prices spur on higher prices because everybody's piling on. That is the strong hands driving prices higher in order to create that better selling opportunity for themselves. And once they get to that, they smack it down. And then the marketplace and then all of a sudden, lower prices. And guess what? So John Templeton is right. Lower prices beget lower prices because everybody starts piling on. Like, oh man, I'm missing the move. So that is why two scenarios could occur. However, I think that the more likely scenario this week is that prices get driven up higher. And then once a true idea of a Republican win occurs, they smash it down. It happened back in with Brexit. I mean, I thought that was insane what was going on. They were just killing the sterling for no reason. And then I said, this is wrong. I mean, this is crazy. It's actually good for the sterling that, they said sayonara, but it took about a good couple of weeks before the market to digest that. So that's dollar yen. So we got resistance 153.84. We got a minor or weekly support right now 150.180 with a major weekly support at 149.90. If we can get through 153.84, we're heading to 154.86. Let's move on to good old sterling dollar for the week. Okay, sterling dollar. Let me get my coffee. It has been in a bearish tone. It has had absolutely no life at all. Right now, as it stands for the week, we need to get above 130.31. That's the only way it's going to shake off this weakness. We have a minor support here at 128.75 for the week. If it breaks 128.75, now this is going with the scenario dollar yen starts to rally and sterling yen is pinned. In other words, sterling yen stays around 197.20, something like that. Sterling dollar's potential open up to 127.52. If that goes on the week, it's going to be horrible. I mean, because everybody that's been basically holding cable is going to just puke the position, and it's probably going to like 126, say 50 or so. But as it stands right now, I think that cable will find some support around 129, the figure. Again, it's got the support behind it, 128.75. I think we have a potential for it to move back up into the, like, right around 130. You know, I think that basically it's going to just channel in the beginning of the week. I mean, that's a horrible thing. Why didn't it do that? Okay, hang on. I think it's going to channel like that and not really do much. I don't really see the reason why cable would fall out of bed, but it's Forex, so you never know. But right now, as it stands, it needs to get above 130.31 in order to show any strength to try to get up to that monster level of 131.05. And then it's got resistance all the way up. But the key to this thing has always been, it's been dollar yen. So dollar yen is the one to really watch. And again, you know, I'm not talking like out of both sides of my mouth. I will get better indications for the daily updates. So you need to come back and watch the daily updates. All right, so let's move on over to sterling yen. Okay, sterling yen. The weekly point, which actually I got last week, and it's still good, is 197.20, which is right here. The 197.20 level is an important point for sterling yen. It's kind of like a pivot flip. We broke it a couple of times. This is a 4-hour chart I'm looking at. We came down to a level of I think 196.39 or so. There is support at a weekly support at 196.03. If during the week it breaks 196.03, okay, we're looking at it going back down to the low bars close, which is right here on the 4-hour chart. That's the first level. The second level is low bars close here. So they're very close. All right, so let me just highlight those with this. First level is low bars close right there, which is, what price is that? Shut this off. Low bars close is 194.72. And then this low bars close on the 4 hours like 194.36. So what we're saying is if it breaks down, it's going to come back down into, let's say, this level in here. Now, I don't see sterling yen falling out of bed because I think dollar yen is going to rally. But what we need to do is we need to get above 197.92 this week, which is possible. I mean, it's not a problem. And then we have resistance at 198. What was that price? 198.44. If we can get through 198.44, we're opening. Hang on, I'll tell you. We're opening up 198.99. Okay, so 199 the figure. Now again, I'll have the daily updates. So you gotta come back and watch the daily updates. They're really good. They got great points, and the accuracy has been really intense. I mean, right spot on, like 83.3% accuracy so far. That's good stuff. All right, let's go over to Euro Yen weekly. All right, so here we are in good old Euro Yen. Hang on, let me do some quick calculations. All right, Euro Yen. Hang on, I'm going to put this down because I need a cigar. If anybody, likes my analysis and you think it's worthy, you could send me a box of AJ Fernandez New Worlds. I'd appreciate it. Send me a text and I'll send you my address. And you can happily send those over to me in beautiful Tamarack, Florida. All right, so right now with Euro Yen, what we're looking at on a weekly support is 163.60 right now. Why do I say that? Because 163.57, that's fine. And we got resistance at, let's see here, 165. Obviously, we have the top, which is that 165.05 level, which is a monster right now. If we get through 165.02, it opens the way up to 165.73 right now. That's fine. 165.79. So this is what we're looking at as far as now. If it breaks this 163.57, we're looking back down at right here, right in this level here, all in here. So right around 162.30, 162 the figure. So again, I'm going to have the updates on the dailies. You got to check out the daily updates. And I'll tighten these points up for you. So please, if you like what you see, like and subscribe, share the videos far and wide. We want to build a big trading community. And remember always, enjoy the party, but dance near the door.